Welcome to step 3. This is a little bit different. We need 2 syringes and 1 tube for this part of the process. And we need to go over to the water and we need to get a syringe and we need to get our tube. And this is how we're going to do it. First, we're going to take 1 syringe. We're going to dip that in the water and fill that up all the way to the top. Now you see how I'm flicking it? What I'm doing there, you'll see if I pull this a bit closer that there are air bubbles inside. So as I flick it and hold it upright like this, all the air rushes to the top and I can squeeze out some water to push out all that air. We don't want any air inside our hydraulic system at all. All right, I'm just filling that up a bit again, just making sure there are no air bubbles in there. Give that another little flick. Any other little air bubbles, we'll just push those out. And now I'm going to get the tube and fit that over the end like this. Now, this can be a little bit tricky. That is a really tight fit, and we want it to be a really tight fit because when we're using the hydraulics, we don't want the pressure to blow the tube off. Okay, so it needs to be nice and tight. Now look what I'm doing. I'm putting the other end of the tube underneath the water. Now I squeeze all the water out of the syringe and then I fill it up again. What that does is now fill up that syringe with absolutely no air bubbles, and now the tube has no air bubbles either. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This makes our hydraulic system really efficient. Now, what we're going to do to finish off this process is get the second syringe. You'll see what I did there is make sure it was as closed as possible. I don't want any air in there at all. If you need to make it a little bit easier, we can pump out just a little bit of water so that we can fit that tube over nicely. And once that is on there, we have got our working hydraulic system. It's an important step to make sure that the first syringe is full past 10 milliliters. So look on the syringe, it's got to be full past the 10 millimeter mark before we put the second syringe on. And then what you have is a working hydraulic system like this. Look at that. Every time I push one side, the other one pushes out the same amount.